Good afternoon, everyone. This is Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and we are live from the backyard. Overcast today. Rain last night. The wind is blowing, and I should have used my other mic. However, sorry about that. I was kind of in a rush. I got a new phone, and I was changing over some of my applications, and I thought I could do without an application, and I couldn't. So I had to jury rig getting some last minute things done. But anyway, we're here now, and we want to talk about what's going on in the Congo. Two subjects. First subject is to give you a quick update on the Ebola outbreak. And the second subject is some of the things that we're having a fallout. I shouldn't say a fallout because that has a negative connotation, but some of the ideas that's being generated by uh, our live telecast from Congo last Saturday. We're getting all kinds of ideas on what we want to be our next step in live streaming to Congo or from Congo and stuff. We did some tests and everything looks good. We resolved some of the camera problems that we were having, but we're gonna continue to work on it because we think that opens up a lot of possibility for you to meet and to see what we have seen in the Congo, and also to talk to people in the Congo. So, uh, for y'all just coming on, this is Woody Collins, and I'm with Congo Helping Hands, and we're here to talk about Congo. And our first subject that we want to talk about is the Ebola outbreak. The Ebola outbreak continues to grow. It's in a rural area. They say it still is only in 11 health zones. As I explained one time, a health zone is like a county, but it's a little bit bigger. Could be a lot geographically bigger than our counties typically are. But it has about 100,000 people. That's what they originally built them, uh, configured them on a population of 100,000 people. And it's spread out into 34 areas. Each one of the areas in a health zone, they divide up in there so they can sub coordinate it. So it is expanding. It's up to 109 cases now. 103 of those, 106 of those cases are actually confirmed through lab tests, and the other three cases are uh, based on diagnosis, initial diagnosis. You know, they see something that would say that that it is not that it appears to be uh, Ebola. And thank you, Joe Myers Thompson. Uh, I enjoy giving these messages, so thank you so much for chatting with me. She just sent a message. He just sent a message in. Can't remember whether Joe is a male or female, but anyway, Joe sent in a message, and I'll look that up as soon as I get off over here, so that I can give you the proper address. But so it's still growing. 43% of the cases so far have been fatal. So therefore, a little over 47 people have died, which equates to 43 people, and that's in Western Congo, which is closer to Kinshasa, about 350 miles south is Kinshasa, the big town of about 11 million people living close together, and so that's the reason why I am so concerned about it, and why most of the health authorities are concerned about it, is because if it reaches Kinshasa, it will be a very devastating thing. Uh, where the COVID virus. It's also reached Kinshasa, but either it doesn't appear as deadly because Kinshasa has a younger age, and with a younger age, the people are probably able to survive it a little bit more. They have had some deaths, but it's not. They have only confirmed 260 dead, and somewhere about I think it's up to 10,060 people with confirmed COVID. But Ebola would be a lot more deadly, and you can imagine if that many cases of COVID, that would be over close to 5,000 people would be dead already from Ebola because it has such a high uh, fatality rate on when you catch it. So we just hope and pray that it doesn't make it down there and they are able to stop it while it's in a remote area. But that remote area is the reason why it's taken so hard for for them to get it under control. It's a very remote area. It's only reachable. Some areas are only reachable by boat and by helicopter, and if and maybe a bicycle or motorcycle. So you can imagine how that is. So it's a very tough area to work in. However, we hope that they can get it under control uh, because it's so close to Kinshasa and, and everything. The second thing that I wanted to talk about as we had the live show last week where we showed the inauguration of uh, our telephone, I mean, of our inauguration of the school in Kinshasa, I mean, in Kananga, excuse me, my mind is scattering now. The in Kananga, and as I mentioned yesterday, one of the teachers was the head directress is a female, and she was so excited about the prospects of getting the school renewed and the things that we were able to do for her and her students. One of the things that we've thought about was is letting people meet some of the teachers uh, online. And when I say online, is we set up another virtual telecast from the Congo, and then we can have some people either translating on that end, uh, translating to English and to us, or we can have some French teachers on this side talking with the people and then allowing and then translating it for us on this side. So probably both ways is to be able to, because I'm quite sure that most of the teachers don't speak English, and so it would be a joy for them to be able to see some Americans, to see some of the supporters who have helped rehabilitate and renovate the school for them. They would be ecstatic to see some teachers in their midst, their own, So we think it'll be a great idea. So we're going to work with that. I reached out to the school district that I'm here in Indiana, Lawrence Township, and I'm gonna be in touch with a middle school French teacher and see if he'll be willing to participate. And maybe we'll do something like this, and maybe try to get something set up for next month after the students in the Congo get back to school and everything here gets settled down. And so we can just start this transatlantic conversation, meet and greet uh, the teachers, and so that they can talk to you and tell you about some of the things that they go through, and we can talk to them and listen to them. So that's the big exciting news that we want to try to uh, get forward out of this, and then eventually, by starting with the teachers, we hope that eventually that it will become a children to children meeting where we can get some children, and after we get it worked out with the adults, that we may be able to get children from American children to meet the Congolese children and vice versa. But we think that would be a lot more difficult. We think that may be a lot more difficult, but it may be easier because the kids may be more excited about it and less shy. But we'll see how that works out also. But we wanted to start off with the with some of the teachers to have them a chance to meet some of the adults, and then we can see how it is. Because what we found out that being able to virtually see uh, what's going on in the Congo has sparked a lot of interest on both sides of the world, on this side of the Atlantic in America, and also from the standpoint of people in Congo. They was ecstatic. They know that we've been big supporters of them, and so now they actually got chance to see uh, uh, the opportunity may exist for them to see the actual people who donated. I mean, they saw me and they know me, and so that wasn't a big deal. But by me being in America and was able to talk to them, and they look at it as a grateful, really ecstatic that they think that we can be able to show somebody else. Long time ago when we first started the Congo mission, back in 2001. We took over. Was a couple of us went over, then we went over more. More of us went over, and in the early probably 2006, it was a total of maybe six of us went over, and that was down from the time when I first went. It was 10 of us that went at that time, and they really liked seeing the Americans because they felt that somebody was really thinking about them and was able to leave their country and come visit them in the situation that they're in. Well, things have changed since then, and in a lot of ways it hadn't got any better. So now we're saying it may be easier to start a virtual visit than to do a in-person visit, meaning say somebody get on a plane and ride 25 hours, uh, get out to the bush and and go visit and stuff like that. That would be great, but it may just start off as stick your toes in the water to Congo just by reaching out and virtually to those to the people there, and the same thing here. So those are the two subjects I had to talk about, and hoping that your day is going well. I just came back from the Rotary Club meeting earlier today and talked it over with them, and they thought it would be a good idea since our my Rotary Club is a big supporter, and I told them it would be good for not only them to meet them, uh, and hopefully we meet their Rotary Club over there where I've been to. So this is a way to expand our opportunities. So thank you very much. I ask you now to take care, be safe, and be blessed. And we will see you on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Take care now.